Namaste. Namaste, beloved angels. Please all be blessed. We are not disabled. We are able, regardless our condition. We are able to do anything and heal anything. Be blessed and welcome. I want to speak about divine perspective on disability. I never spoke about this. Never in years. And it's important because many been born with disability or got a disability. And I got inspired because my former headmaster in elementary school, she wants some healing, and she wants me to write a really long article for the newspaper for handicaps. So to get my article together, I make a video. This is how I do it. Every video I don't make a plan before. Let it flow from the heart. Here, disability we don't understand. I was born with disability, which was not interfering with much in my life if I had glasses. Left eye is blind, right needs assistance, nice assistance to really see clearly. When I make videos, when I go outside and like this, I like to be without. Because I know as things healed in my body, also this is to heal in this now, eternal now, with faith. So why? Now I have problem with glasses, everybody knows, and thank you for all help. This is with disabilities, until these things, I have no nerve here, you know. Nerve is broken since birth. So this needs really healing on high level. I need to get there. Some things got healed. They were not disabilities. Right eye is quite affected, but I feel it's getting slowly better. The glasses are quite strong. So like this. But what I see, what is now this? My screen just went off. Okay, we are back. What I saw with my eyesight, I actually see better and spot more things with the physical eyes. And like a soldier, I see everything, I sense everything. I hear better. I don't need to look at keyhole or keys. I just touch. I can go dark in the forest and like these things. I can see better. I know I was walking with a friend in a forest in complete darkness. He saw nothing. I can walk in darkness. So, although my spectrum is just half, there's no 3D vision in physical vision. Well, I don't see 3D world. And it's quite funny that I see better, I spot things better. I'm the first one to see something, to spot something like this. So, also now when it's not yet healed, I can see so many advantages. Vision from senses, vision from hearing, feeling. All this, I developed focus because my eye was bad. So like this. Through this, I know in my experience how disability is blessing and gives you something that you would not have. I hear like a dog. I hear everything. I hear almost one time better than normal people. So, and my touch so much developed. Other senses got developed more because the eyesight is bad. And these senses serve me as eyesight without third eye. I'm just speaking about physical senses. So I count the blessings that come from that. And as my eye is to heal, these blessings remain with me. It's funny because I can hear what people whisper, and if somebody talks about you behind your back and he thinks you are distant enough that you don't hear. And like when I go next to the pub or something here, and they think I don't hear and say something, and then I snap back fairly with attitude and silence. So these gifts. There come some gifts with disability, and I'm blessed my disability did not really disable me in anything. There are disabilities that really disable you, like you don't have a leg, you cannot walk, you're twisted, and brain not developed, and all these things. Why? Angels ask themselves many times, why? Why I'm disabled? Why I don't have a leg? Why I cannot walk? Why I cannot completely see? I can see with my glasses, and even now I can see. I don't see what is written anywhere, but I see. And some are really disabled and asking why. Well, it's difficult to believe to the mind that wants to be perfect, that wants body to be perfect. That actually disability shows the power of your soul and your being. You wanted to experience something, to learn out of it. You know how it is, how it can make you stronger. Like you can see this, like this motivational speaker who has no legs, no arms, that funny guy, and he's pure happiness. And these sporters who swim and parachute and bike and skate and like this, and they are heavily disabled. So other point is, many people come to this world to show that no disability and nothing is obstacle to have an amazing life and to be successful and to do amazing things that others cannot. These are examples, like this motivational speaker I remember who has no legs and no arms, and these sporters and so many of them. They chosen not to whine on their wheelchair, but now they are chasing there on the Olympics, and they are breaking the world records and like this. So you see, also this is the point. Angels who have disabilities came to show what they can do regardless the disability. Anyway, I'll not speak all these things in article. Article should be, they don't understand these things, but without these things. So what is the other thing? Other thing is to teach compassion to the people, which brings upon also much mockery, and you experience much from the darkness in the mind of people. You experience mockery. Even I, just for glasses, thick glasses as small boy. Children make fun. Children make fun. In high school, they make fun. And like this, when somebody is disabled, always they make fun. So this comes. You came to teach compassion, but you had to also experience, you had to also experience much being hurt, much so-called darkness, evil of people. But the cause also is from the soul perspective and divine why you came here. To teach others, to be compassionate, to help, to assist, to have compassion for different, to teach others what can happen, that this life is unpredictable. You can be completely healthy today, next minute you don't have legs, arms. And also to most noble soul mission is also that disabled persons have to really show people, you know. This I did not sleep. How is this possible? I wanted to say something 5 seconds ago, now it's gone. I, some this is happening to me lately so much. Brains are rewiring everything, upgrading everything. It's like you want something, next minute you don't know. And when you don't need, you have it. That's not disability, this is ascension symptom of a crazy mind. So it was a really important point. I will get it in my way in this video for sure back. For sure. This is important. So, but disability, what it is. You can be completely healthy, you can walk completely perfect. Everything okay. You see as you have to see. You are just in body as you have to be. But you're watching TV all day, you are brainwashed, you're a slave, uh, you have all this karmic shit and consumer consciousness. What is this? This is a real disability, and society is disabled. You know, society is disabled. Most usually, those with disabilities are deep, loving, wise, caring, because they know how it is. And if you see the inverted picture, others seem to be disabled, and society seems to be disabled. This is how I feel. And many disabilities. System doesn't want to improve them, remove them, heal them. Many could get better through years with yoga, with exercises, with much things, and also miraculous healings. But system is so disabled that it tells you whatever, even if you have a flu, that you have no chance if you don't give your life to them. And like this. With disability, same. They don't give a chance. That's how disabled is the society. Doesn't want to heal. Doesn't want to get in shape again and heal the disability. So yes, disabled people came to expose the disability of this society, because towards them disability of the society is shown through labeling, through selections. I've been in my I know when I was searching for a job and something, I don't know why they gave me 3 days in some workshop with really people who are, I know why they gave me, to spread light, to love them like this. People who are like in head disabled with Down syndrome or like this, or not developed. There were some disabilities also in body, but not so much. And what I witnessed there, God just wanted to show me this. 3, 4 years ago. The government, they wanted me to do some tests, and I passed like with 200% speed of the best speed that was there. And the answer that nobody answered, one question, she said, nobody in my life answered this question. And I answered to her that question, and she was like testing like this. But what I witnessed there, it's slavery. Disgusting. Poor people. I just went for a test 3 days. They're like working. For companies like Opel and BMW and like this, they send parts and they are assembling it. And they get just social support, which is in Slovenia 290 euro, and they get reward 50 euro for that work. So they are pretending government, they are helping them to be part of the society, part of work. But in reality, I told this there and she was just silent. She did not know what to say. I spoke this out. I don't care. I don't need them, these institutions and nothing. I told them this is slavery, what you're doing here to this. And you're pretending you are helping poor people, but you are using them as slaves. And with this money, they cannot live. Nobody can live with this money in Slovenia. Same standard as in Germany. Same prices, I mean. So like this, slavery. They are actually, if they would be at home, they would get that 290 euro anyway. And because they work every day 6, 7 hours, all week through, they get 50 euro plus. For their companies, these big companies, to get cheap labor. It's disgusting, Disgusting. Should not be happening in such country like here in Europe and like this, but it's happening. I don't know if this is happening in America, but this is disgusting, one of the disgusting things that is happening here. And out of the pretense of assisting the disabled and helping them to be part of society, yes, others are slaves for bigger money and they are slaves for peanuts. Such is the reality. So clearly, naturally, society is disabled, and that's the whole point. Disability is divine, from divine perspective, with divine causes. It's something you wanted to experience. If you have it, you wanted to heal, you wanted to develop through it and make it also cause of your gifts, like I see the gifts with my senses and almost night vision and like this. Disability, and I can see their higher selves like this when I see them now. And I know, like now, when I was last year, swimming pool I don't like to go. It's dragon water, but is that chloride inside? It's really not nice. But handicaps are there in that swimming pool, and many are enlightened. I saw one was sitting in meditation pose, and I saw what is happening with him and how he's floating, but pretending like he's dumb and numb, but actually master, just observing what is happening and meditating non-stop. Down syndrome he had. I was observing and he looked at me like that, and the feeling was confirmed that we agree. So many times disabilities are not what you think, especially people with Down syndrome and like this. Autism, I have still now is an enlightened autism, which is funny. Uh, but this is not disability, but they treat it like this already. It's actually gift that oh, half of the masters that went down in history, ancient masters had. It's something that makes you see beyond the veil, beyond the game of this world since birth. The best blessing that ever I could get. But this is not disability really. So, but yes, it's a blessing, such blessing to be sincere always, to speak your will, to autistic people cannot pretend, cannot be polite but sincere and true. It is a gift, and always being in this world and not. It's like a daydream, always for me. When I took LSD first time in high school, I thought, what is this? I'm always like that. What is this? Just now it's more intense. Because that's how it feels. And when I got awakened to ascension, I realized others dream at night. I dream at day, always here and in dreams, like this. In night, also, but at day. So society doesn't know anything. They actually want to eliminate the masters, but they cannot. They want to suffocate the seeds, and that's why they proclaim every gift of God as disability, like this. So disability, whatever you have, is here to only to show how great you are, to teach others of compassion, to oh now I remember what I wanted, that point, so the others can see how it is if they are not so healthy, if they are not so fortunate. They lament by this and that and that, and then they see a person who cannot walk, person who cannot see, a person who's twisted all around, and then they can feel, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I have what they cannot have. And also this was one of divine purposes why soul took the disabled body and came into this world. I told you I'll get it back. I just had to say it, so it came back like this. An amazing thing. You can heal. If I would listen to doctors with my back, I would be now not doing all the exercises and everything what I'm doing, but really that what they told me, be disabled. They give no solution. They give no exercises, just this physiotherapy, which is nothing, which they don't really move the bone and make you correct the. Oh yes, people get disabled on the end and they operate and they want to cut everything out and then they cut you to the wheelchair. But God has given the wisdom and great yogis and great teachers how to heal most of the things they doom as disability in progress. But no, they don't teach healing in progress. They don't teach that amazing things can happen. They don't teach that holes in the spine can heal. They don't teach. We all have so lot of work to do because healing, our body changes in few years, all the bones and everything. So why then the disability remains and part of the bone missing and like this? Everything changes in 3 years. So it's our consciousness, our belief, our creation, our mind that arranges the cells back in the injury, back in the disability, back in. You see, no logic in this. But we are so deeply programmed, and we are deprogramming of that just now. We all on our levels. Enlightenment does not mean you are master now. You are master, but not that perfected master who can just heal himself and everything and manifest and like this. Enlightenment means to get free of this world, to get free of karma, to log out of the matrix. Then you are a baby boy, little baby starting to walk as free, starting to crawl. So by our faith, by our mastery, by our faith, just things doesn't have to regenerate in the disabled way again, like I experienced with my back years ago. Miracles happen. Miracles happen. So I could start yoga again and like this. With faith. And that time was just that mad faith. Just that mad crazy faith. And nobody could say nothing and it's done. Sometimes we get reminded in early years what we have to do when we become masters and what we have to master. This was mine. So everything can heal. That's why Jesus Christ said, your faith is healing you. I'm not doing anything. I have experienced the miracles when I had no power with healing people because they had such faith. One lady was collapsing on the middle of the street, everything finished emotionally and physically, and I did, but she loved what I told her, the inspiration and all the love, and mentioned Jesus, that I just will give her the Jesus energy and her faith must heal her like this. And she was, and I told her, now you feel okay, but if you don't feel okay, you know where I am. You come, she's here, neighbor. Then I see her 4 months after. I told her, Edita, why you not coming? Why you did not come? Nothing. She said, after that day, everything is beautiful. I'm so healthy, and she was smiling and like this. And she told me, yes, but I observed you, that you're praying. I started to pray, I started to this. So her faith. And I witnessed when I had power like I have every day more. People who no effect, because they have no faith, you know. So it's everything faith. Miracles can happen. Why not? We've been programmed in our DNA that they cannot happen, corrupted, and we are repairing our DNA and we are getting correct information and we are getting it. That's why there were always messages coming. Everything what they told you that cannot heal is to heal in this time. But we have to have faith. We have to have faith. Without faith, there's nothing. I see this within myself, how things are healing. Also recent injury and like this. Faith, somebody can do healing on us. And exercise. Everything is out there for everything. We don't have to get these disabilities because of not sitting right, because of doing this what we do and that and that. We can do things right and we can also correct ourselves every day not to go on that path to gradually fuck our body up. Nobody told us. So much is society disabled that nobody informed us, but just sentenced us to their madness. Something is not okay in our body. I've seen people going to doctor and coming disabled at home. My brother is not real my brother. Grandmother adopted him. He is the example. If doctors would do it right, he could walk today, but now he's disabled and he will lose his leg also. He cannot walk for a long time. He cannot move his knee. He injured himself at work, broken knee, really severely, almost smashed in many pieces. And the doctors waited. They cut at his muscles. His muscles were cut, and they waited for months. Then naturally, the function was lost as they reconnected. No more working. Stupidity. They would do it immediately. After a few days, everything would be okay. But no. And then system fucked him up really badly. He worked in post office and they said he had to work for 4 hours and he naturally cannot drive a motorcycle anymore at work. So they come out with a scheme to make him work 50 kilometers away in a city, and from 6 in the evening till 10 in the evening when he has no bus and like this, and he's on the bus with 3-4 hours and like this. It's insane. They just like this, and doctors, they said this is not injury, this is disease. Somehow the system turned this into Nazis. You know, when you go there to the commission, they are like Nazi. No emotions, you're not human being. They are judging you and they decide if you're disabled or not. You know. In Slovenia, for my eye, nothing. In Canada, you would get money from the state. I was there also in this commission, and it's like you are coming in front of Hitler's court. You are not human. You are nothing. They are like no emotion. You cannot do this. You cannot, because they have to. You cannot do this if you're a human being inside. You cannot do this. You cannot judge people like this because they have their norm. So many percent can get disabilities, so many we have to flunk. So like this. So they flunked him and there was no, injured and disabled for work on the working place. And on the end, he got nothing, no social support because he left work. There was no disability and no injury, disease, and insurance didn't want to give him anything. Also, our grandmother died, which is practically his mother who adopted him. And he went down, spiraling down. And he attempted to commit suicide last year, 1 year ago. I sensed here he's living downstairs. Somehow angels decided we are living together in apartment building. He's downstairs. So I sensed something is wrong and I went down, broke in. I just sensed, and he would die. Like this, what they can do. You see how disabled is society and the system. Person is beautiful worker serving the system, then gets really hurt at working place that is to affect his life forever. Maybe if he doesn't come to senses, I say he's not open to anything, but he's loving soul, not open to spirituality, to me giving him healing, to advice or nothing. So I respect this. So like this. something happened to him and the system fucked his life up. That on the end he wanted to take his life, take his own life, you know. But now he got some luck and he will get money. He won the court. So I saved his life and now he's happy. And now he's to be maybe able to help me also. So like this. He got it out, now he's feeling better. He's artist, he's making pictures, he's drawing angels, even don't know why he's making pictures of angels non-stop and he doesn't know why he's doing this. But he loves to do. So like this. He's healing and he's really loving soul and now also God blessed him with some security, some money and like this. And he will get some disability also. But it almost costed his life. Disability which system is responsible for, and the system wanted him destroyed, wanted to destroy him, literally, for what they did to him. Anyway, they did nothing to him, it was accident, but they should take care of him from that moment on. He was insured and everything. And you know what happened? To evaluate him, he had to go to mental institution. That's some crazy protocol. That's some crazy protocol. So you are like, you don't want to go and you have to go, so the commission will do this, and then because if you're not following the law, you can kiss your ass goodbye. You know, this is the system. You have to be slave. So naturally, they're the idiots who just want to sell drugs. They prescribed him with 6 psychotic drugs for depression, for anxiety, for I don't know all what they found, and he was normal person. Just little, we have all the problems. So naturally, he was full of this. He had at home full box of that. So they made him insane enough, so he killed himself almost with their drugs. You see, insane. And now he's hooked up to 5 pills. All this came out of the accident and disability. It was not his fault. And in order to win the battle and to do that, he had to go there. And there, naturally, you have to follow what I say. If you have 5 diseases, you need 6 pills. You have to take them if you want to proceed with procedure in this world. To get the insurance, to get this, it's stupid. That's how disabled the system is. Instead of helping, they fuck you up completely, rather. So they can get money from you. They can earn on you. Well, this is my main point on disability. In first video I spoke disability is divine, and now I really told you how in this country system is disabled in everywhere. So like this. Always know, if you are disabled, you are angel, you are able of amazing thing, and this system is completely disabled. And remember the divine reasons for disability I mentioned before. So be blessed, and regardless what it is, we are not disabled. We are able to do greater things, to speak the truth, to do what truths need to do in action, in word, to do greater things. Big shout to, I remember one master here, my brother Infinity. He doesn't have leg, but he's doing amazing things, and I'm humbled and proud. And master, if you are listening, you are great, and I hope in this now, by miracle, your leg comes back like this. Masters everywhere. You see so many masters which came with disabilities just to show others how they can be happy. how they can be successful, how they can teach others, how they can inspire others. It's beautiful, huh? So let us not. We have to see everything as a blessing of God, just as my eyesight and everything. Also teaching people compassion, that they help me, or I help them. So many divine reasons. You see, so much love. And who is hateful and dark around disabled person, he deserves out of the book of love to be thrown immediately. Because disability is here to teach us love. Everyone. Those who are disabled and those who encounter the disability in others. So like this. Be blessed always. I hope I said some deep things for us to feel on it, not think on it, feel and think on it, and see the gifts of God as noble and divine as they are. Namaste. Namaste.